Hi everybody, my name's E and welcome to my very first YouTube video and my very first try on something like a quick impressions or review video. Okay, today we're going to be taking a look at the ANBERNIC RG477M. It's a retro gaming handheld, and I have the chocolate bronze color here. We have two colors, as you can see, silver blade and chocolate bronze. And we have two different models when it comes to the specs, 8 gigabytes and 8 gigabytes of RAM plus 128 gigabytes of storage is the one I have. But ANBERNIC doesn't sell these anymore, unfortunately. It only took them, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, something like that, and then they cut it off. They never did something like that before, so I don't know. And we have the 12 gigabytes of RAM plus 256 gigabytes of storage model. It depends on the models. When it comes to the pricing, it's between $220 and $270. Okay, let's open up the box and see what we get inside. First of all, you can see the handheld is really, really safe in here. Very protective with the foam and everything. Yeah, there it is, the RG477M. All metal device. Looks really nice in my opinion. Let's get it out and put it aside for a second. And let's take a look what else we have inside here. We have some nice extras. First of all, we have the USB-C cable for charging. Let me put it right here. Then we have these wipes, wet and dry, before you attach the screen protection. Here we have the actual screen protection itself. Then we have the user manual. And we have a protective back cover. Really nice. Let's take a look at the device. So, in my opinion, it looks really, really good. I love this standard, typical ANBERNIC design with these pads on the back. Very, very typical ANBERNIC here. And as you can see, it's all metal and it's shiny and it's really premium. Feels really good in the hands, and I actually really love it. Right now, it's my go-to device when it comes to everything up to PS1, actually. Let's quickly take a look at the controls. The controls are really, really nice. The D-pad is awesome. ANBERNIC makes some of the best D-pads out there. And this one is a bit softer than usual, and but at the same time, it's not mushy or anything. It's really nice. It has a nice pivot to it, so really good when it comes to fighting games. When you want to do a special move like Hadouken, Shoryuken, and Street Fighter, or something like that. So I love the D-pad. I'd easily give it a 10 out of 10. Then we have the face buttons here. Listen to them, they're really quiet actually. Yeah, really quiet, really nice face buttons. They're easy to press down on, and they're not mushy. They're just perfect. I mean, it's the same with the D-pad. When it comes to ANBERNIC and controls, they've really perfected their controls and easily some of the best face buttons in the market. So yeah, also a 10 out of 10, I'd say. The sticks are really smooth, and as you can see, you get a lot of range here. They've finally improved their sticks. It's not these, not those typical Switch type of sticks anymore. They're really improved and have a lot of range. They're very smooth and feel really good. They're clickable too for L3 and R3. So I love these sticks. And you can also let me show you real quick. You can just take off these stick caps, and if you prefer other more grippier stick caps or something like that, you can just easily order them on Etsy. And then on the bottom right, we have our select and start buttons. They're micro switches, but they're soft actually, not too loud. Have a listen. So yeah, a soft click. On the bottom left, we have our ANBERNIC launcher button and the home and back button. So you press it once for back, you press and hold it for home function. And then on the top, we have our inline shoulders. Unfortunately, they're pretty loud. Have a listen here. So the whole device is really nice, really quiet, but unfortunately, the shoulders and triggers are micro switches and a very loud click. Yeah, a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. They get the job done. It's all good. So what else do we have here? We have our fan exhaust. We have our power LED. We have the volume rocker, and we have our power button. On the bottom, we have the speaker cutouts, left and right. We have our USB charging port and also video out. 3.5 millimeter audio jack, and we have our SD card slot. On the back, we have our typical ANBERNIC pads. They don't do a lot. This time they are not rubber, they're hard plastic. I don't know, it's not like you could say with these pads the whole handheld is safer, grippier in the hands or anything like that, because your fingers barely even touch them. Maybe they just prevent the bag from being scratched when you put it on a table or something like that. Okay, let me put it like this and bring up the specs for you. Let's start with the great display. It's 4.7 inch, 120 Hertz, so you get a lot of motion clarity here, really nice. It's no OLED, it's LTPS, but really colorful and really crisp image. And it's a 4:3 screen with a 1280 by 960 resolution. The chipset is a Dimensity 8300 combined with the Mali GPU, Mali G615. The battery has 5,300 milliamp hours, lasts for about 6 hours of gameplay. ANBERNIC states 7, but I'd say more like a 6. At least when it comes to everything up to PS1, Super Nintendo, NES, stuff like that. And yeah, the pricing, as already said, is in between $220 and $270 US. Let's talk about the ergonomics of the device. When it comes to D-pad-centric games, then it's really good. I mean, you can hold it very nicely. It's really, really comfortable. You can reach all the triggers and shoulders and everything. So it's really good like that. If you want to play 3D-based games and systems and you want to use the analog sticks, it's not too comfortable because it's quite a reach if you try to use the analog sticks and shoulders and triggers at the same time. And you can see my hands get a bit cramped. it feels like a claw grip or something like that. So this kind of position for my hand isn't the nicest. I think you can play for about, I don't know, maybe half an hour or something like that. But after a while, it'll definitely get a little too cramped. If you only use the left stick, you can shift your hand like this, and it's still quite comfortable. But the best is to hold the device like this and, yeah, just use the D-pad and the face buttons and the shoulders and triggers. One more little note. The device weighs about 360 grams, something like that, and is quite heavy because it's all metal. So therefore, I'd say it's not really pocketable. But if you have large pockets, sure, or jacket pockets or something like that, why not? It's flat, it's thin, so I think you could actually do it if you really want to. The handheld comes with Android 14, and if you want to make use of the ANBERNIC launcher, the button right here, I put Emulation Station as a launcher, so I don't use the standard one of ANBERNIC. I use Emulation Station. So you just press and hold it for a second, and boom, there you have your front end. So this is Emulation Station, as I said. I really love Emulation Station. It looks so nice. It's yeah, it just looks good, and it makes handling your device way easier, and it makes it more like a console. So let's get into some gameplay here. I don't know, let's just go with Aladdin for Super Nintendo. And as you can already tell, I mean, Super Nintendo won't be any issue here for this powerful handheld. The chip can easily handle that. Let's skip the intro. And maybe you can see and tell that I have a shader going on here. I think it's the GRT Geom shader I'm using right here. And yeah, as you can see, it looks really, really crisp, really nice colors. And the game runs perfectly fine here. So no problems at all when it comes to Super Nintendo. Boom, there you have it, man. Yeah, really love this game. It's just awesome. Next up, we have Tekken 3 here, or Iron Fist 3, as it's called in some countries. Let me just start a game real quick. Yeah, let me go with Nina here. She's my favorite. It's not the easiest game to emulate when it comes to PS1. But as you can see, no problems at all here. Yeah, it runs perfectly fine, looks great. No stutter, no frame drops, nothing. Oh, he got me. Okay, I want revenge. Let me see. This is not on easy, and I'm not the best Tekken player in the world. Yeah, all these excuses. Come on, I can get him. Come on, Nina. Oh, really close one. And I lost again. But it runs perfectly fine. Okay, let's take a look at some Crash Bandicoot 2 here. And as you can see, upscale resolution runs really, really well. I can use the analog stick. It's really precise, really smooth. Oh man, I used to love this game back then in my childhood. Such a great game, but hard as hell. Hard as hell as well. Okay, let's go with some Dreamcast here. Sonic Adventure. And also here, as you can see, sharp and crisp image. Runs perfectly fine. Boom! There you go. Get out of my way. Really hard to control this game while playing through the camera. Oh, I got the jump. Nice. Oh my. Okay, come on. Let me take some rings here. And let's go. Another jump. Can I make it? Oh, no. But this one, yes. So really smooth. No problems, no issues at all. It's running perfectly fine. And I don't even have the option for high CPU mode. It's still disabled. And it's running perfectly fine, as you can see. The high CPU mode you will need to use for PS2 and GameCube stuff. So when it comes to those really, really high demanding games. Okay, another Dreamcast game, Soul Calibur. Let's take a quick look. Never played this game before. So I don't know what I'm doing here. So please bear with me. But yeah, it looks good, I guess. Come on, do something. Yes, I've won. Yeah, runs perfectly fine, looks good. No stutters, no frame drops, nothing. Upscaled resolution. So Dreamcast is no problem here. All right, next up we have PlayStation 2, God of War. And I'll quickly just load my save state here. And I'm really sorry, it's my very first video. I don't have the frames toggled on the screen right now. But let me tell you, this is very, very, very smooth gameplay. No frame drops, no stutters at all. You can trust me on that one. It's running perfectly fine. And I think you can see it in the video. I hope it comes through, even without the frames being shown on display here. And yeah, PS2, God of War action. And I still don't have the high CPU mode turned on. It's still disabled. I don't know how it would be in later levels when you have a lot of enemies on screen, a lot of action and stuff like that. Maybe then the frames could drop a little, yeah. But this is just great to see God of War without the high CPU mode running so flawlessly here. So PS2, no problem at all. And as you can see here, the auto mode, this is the high CPU mode. As I told you, it's turned off right now. And the fan I have on custom, 125. So let me give you a quick listen. The fan, if you have it like this on custom and it's running low, it's no problem at all. It doesn't bother. It's not too loud. Have a listen. Yeah, but as soon as you put it on high mode, like strong, it's called strong. Have a listen. So let me go back here. You can definitely hear it on strong mode. You have something like a high-pitched frequency, like a whining sound to it. So this is what makes it a little bit noisy and bothersome. Other than that, the fan isn't too loud, but yeah, the high-pitched sound is a little bit annoying. And here you can see I could toggle on the high mode, the high CPU mode. Then the fan will automatically set to auto, and you have only these two options, auto and strong. Okay, let's quickly wrap up here and take a look at the pros and cons. First off, the pros. It has a large, colorful display. I really love the display. You can even use some BFI, black frame insertion and stuff like that to get some more CRT kind of image and especially more motion clarity. Then we have the almost perfect controls, especially for D-pad centric games. At last, we have the premium feel and good build quality. It feels really nice in the hands, and yeah, I love the all-metal shell here. Then let's take a look at the cons. Here I have, the control layout, especially for dual stick gaming. When it comes to dual stick gaming, the ergonomics aren't perfect. You get a little bit cramped, so yeah, that's a negative here. The battery life, it could be better. It could be worse also, but yeah, definitely could be better. You get about 6 hours of gameplay when it comes everything up to PS1. But if you start emulating PS2, GameCube, the higher demanding systems, yeah, it drops down to only 2 or 3 hours. Then we have the price. It's okay if you consider that you get a all-metal device here, premium quality, premium feel, great controls, really awesome display. But also on the other hand, you have a lot of different options out there. You have so many different handhelds, especially in this price tag, which are even more powerful and have a plastic shell. So maybe even a bit cheaper and the same power. And yeah, you could consider buying them. The last one is the fan noise. Actually, it's okay, but the high-pitched noise is a little bit annoying, but only when it comes to the really demanding systems and games, and you crank the fan all up. All right, let's get to my final conclusion. Can I recommend this handheld for you guys out there? Yes, I definitely can, but it depends on whatever you want to spend for the handheld. The price isn't too cheap here, but it's okay. You get an all-metal device. And if you want to play everything up to PS1 with perfect controls, then I definitely recommend it. If you say, okay, I want to play some PS2 GameCube as well, then I can still kind of recommend it, but consider here that dual stick gaming can get a little bit cramped. It's not perfect. There are better devices out there. What can I recommend when it comes to PS2, GameCube and stuff like that? Maybe you should take a look at the AYN handhelds, the AYN Odin Portal or AYN Odin 2 Mini. I have the Mini. It's awesome. I really love it. Yeah, these two handhelds could be something to consider. Okay, let's wrap up with my final words here. That was my very first YouTube video. Okay, not the very first. I have a very similar video about this handheld in German. I stay in Europe and Germany, so this is the English version of the review of the impressions video, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please, if you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. It'll be very, very helpful to me. And if you have any suggestions, any questions, feel free to ask them. And yes, thanks for watching. And me, E-Style Greasy E, hopefully will see you in my next review. Bye.